Everyone wants more income, but no one really knows how to use that income. A bigger paycheck does not mean it's going to solve your money problems immediately. That is until this video where we're going to walk through some of the frameworks. Okay, my name's Chris and I have a personal finance community. It's called Dollar Discipline University. I'm building that community in public daily with these videos. We're going to first go through some maybe YouTube Q&A here just to kind of give you guys immediate value in this video. Then the reason probably why you clicked on this video, things that have been in my mind to help you reach your financial goals faster. A bigger paycheck won't solve your money problems yet. And then maybe towards the end, we talk about some community activity, things happening inside Dollar Discipline University, which is a place where I'm helping people save more money, pay off debt, budget better, build up your confidence with your personal finance. Just like start taking some action, okay? Some accountability. Let's go right into the YouTube comments here. We'll go to the channel. We'll go to the community. Oh, there's no comments. This is the part of the video where I would love to be overwhelmed with all of your questions and thoughts and concerns regarding your personal finances. So let's just dive right into it, okay? A bigger paycheck won't solve your money problems. So raise your hand in the comments if you make a lot of money, or at least you perceive yourself as a lot of money, but you're living paycheck to paycheck. It's something like how many? Yeah, I guess I looked at this the other day. How many people making over $200,000 a paycheck to paycheck? Approximately 1/3 of Americans earning $200,000 or more annually live paycheck to paycheck. Excuse me? What? $200,000? What are we talking about here? How many people in U.S. make 200K? So approximately 14.88 million people. So 1/3 of those. So there's basically 5 million people that this is just earning more than $200,000. Okay, insane. Because here's what happens. And again, let me know if this is you. I'm gonna make this really big chart here. Oh, the lines are not straight, guys. You're gonna have to deal with that. Let's say this is your income line. Okay. Now here's what happens a lot of times with income. Sometimes people's income go like that, right? But that's not super realistic. So let's just get rid of that. Most of the time, people's incomes go like this, right? We have like large spikes, we plateau, we have another large spike, we plateau, right? We do this all the way up. Oh, there was a dip there. I don't know what happened. We lost a few dollars. So this is, I can at least speak for me where it's like, all right, we're making money, we're making nothing. Oh, okay, let's take a leap into our career. Okay, well, we're going to get the 2% raise, the 3% raise. Oh, this company doesn't value me going forward, so let's move on. Okay, great. Oh, this company does. They're going to give me a nice little promotion here. Oh, you get the point, right? So this is what happens here. Now, in a perfect world, what happens with our expenses is this. It's just like maybe a gradual thing. We like settle into a situation and then boom, we like flatline it out, okay? But here's what actually happens with our expenses. It's probably something like this, right? It's like we're just like teetering so close to the edge, and then, something happens over here and we're like crossing over now and we're like doing all this weird stuff because our expenses are just continuing to go up and up and up. And what happens is as our income scales, as our income grows over time, if we don't have the right systems in place, so will our expenses, right? If we don't know what to do with our money, then how are we going to know what to do with our money? So whether you make $40,000 a year or $200,000 a year, it does not matter to, how to reach a financial goal faster, how to save more money, how to pay off debt. Like you still might not be able to do any of those things at any salary if you don't know what to do with your money. I've worked with people genuinely that make $50,000 a year, and they are debt free. They are, saving money, and they have a, future plan. So I'll just call it a future plan, like they, retirement or whatever, and they like sort of mapped it out, and it's like, yeah, they're fine. Now, for one thing, should this person settle for this salary? No. And some people do, some people don't. But It's just something that, they are here but they can accomplish all these things, which is great. Now, on the other hand, I've worked with people that have made this much, $125,000, and they are hundreds of thousands in debt, and that is not including a mortgage, by the way. That's not a mortgage. No emergency fund, and they're just thinking about like next month, right? Like genuinely, I've had genuine conversations with people about this. And what does this mean exactly? This means that income just does not matter. Is it important? Yeah, it's really important, but it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. If you're trying to, again, save money, pay off debt, whatever your financial goal is, income is not the most important lever. The most important lever that we have is stacking habits. This is the most important thing. Stacking habits. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's say, for example, you make this $125,000. You're in all this debt, no emergency fund, right? We're not even thinking we're not thinking forward at all. What habits does this person have? This person has a habit of overspending. This person has a habit of not being able to realign their money, a lot of money that they make here, to things that matter to them the most. What happens is their income rose up, and over time, so has their lifestyle, so has their expenses. And I actually cringe at the idea of when people talk about lifestyle creep on social media and stuff like that. I get it's a whole trend. That's not really the kind of content that I make, just to be very clear. But I think the important thing is just kind of remembering this picture. Where are you on this? First of all, hopefully you are doing this green thing, because I do see a lot of people where it's just they, it's like this, right? And that's fine. If you want that, that's fine. But sometimes in order to get out of the hole that we're in financially, or the challenges that we're facing financially, we need to increase the income here. And that's the long-term play. Right? Because this could be this is a time axis here, but this time axis could be 10 years. This could be year 10. Year 10, right? So I think we're all trying to do this. We're all trying to get that really super quick, zoom, right? This is our income. We're all trying to do this. But what are we doing over here? We got to think about year 10. We got to think about year 5, okay? Too many people are just thinking about the next month, or oh, I have that vacation in 4 months, or hey, what's happening over the holidays? It's they think really short term. We need to think a little longer term, because I think if this person thought longer term, they wouldn't have been in this situation. So stacking habits. There's this 3-step framework. I love this framework. Love it a lot. Awareness, action, accountability. Love this 3-step framework. It's the framework that I go over in so much detail in my cash flow kickstart. It's not my cash flow kickstart. It's really our cash flow kickstart, right? Basically, it's a free event in my community. I have one every single week. It's a 2-day group call. And basically, I'm just showing you, helping you understand where your money's been going, how to realign your money to things that matter the most, and how to keep that momentum month after month. So what did we just do here? Where's your money going? Awareness. How to realign your money to things that matter the most? Action. How to keep that momentum month after month? Accountability. Okay? It's the AAA format. So hopefully, the company AAA doesn't come after me for this, because, whatever. So what is this person doing that this person isn't doing? Well, they are very aware. Let's do the 50K over here. 50K. And then we'll duplicate this really quickly, and we'll make this the 100K over here. And we'll do a sort of comparison, okay? 100K is over here. So the 50K-er, are they aware? I would say that they're pretty aware. Why? Because they understand that they have limited resources. And again, This could be like their choice to have limited resources. And again, that's perfectly fine. I'm not saying people can do whatever they want to do. This is not me telling you what to do. They're aware that they have limited resources, so they're aware that they cannot overspend. And that's just basically it. It's like, I have $50,000 to play around with. I'm not going into debt for it. You know, a lot of times I see people with lower incomes that go into debt. It's harder for them to get out of it because of the lower income. It's like you can only cut so many things already on a low income, right? Action. Well, I guess we never really talked about an action step for them. But the action step, I guess, could be somewhere in, you know, they're saving money, right? So I would say action, and then awareness. Well, they have this big thing here, kind of planned out in the future, right? So they're like, how do we do this thing month over month, year over year, decade over decade, right? It's crazy to say that, but that's what we need to do. Now, if we go to this other person, what do you think is going to happen to the 100K person? How do you think they're aware? Definitely not. Are they taking any action? No. Again, they're just thinking about sort of the next month and trying to keep up and everything like that. They're not really taking any action forward because they're not aware. They're not aware first. They don't know what action to take. And then accountability, they don't know what to be accountable for. Like, how do I, if I'm not aware and I'm not taking any action, like, what am I fixing? How am I moving forward with it? Right? So again, this does not matter. Your income, it's important. It does not matter. And I just think it's a very important lesson. Yeah, so I'd love to hear from you guys. Kind of where do you fall on all of this? And I can tell you my quick story about like the income levels and everything like that. So for a while in my young 20s, I was making like in the $40,000, 40K something, right? Whatever. At 30, I was maybe making, I don't know, $60,000, $70,000. I'm 36 now. I'm making into the six figures. Okay. And that's not like a flex. It's actually not that impressive going from like 40 to, I mean, whatever. But in the time period of me going from, I went from, we'll call it, I don't know, 45 to, we'll call it 65. I thought I was rich right here. I thought I was rich, like right here. And the lifestyle creep came in. Now, not like, I'm not saying, it's not like I bought a Lamborghini or something or anything like super outrageous, but it would just be like all the things. Like I would think that I can go to these like maybe nice restaurants all the time, just order stuff whenever I wanted. Because when I took a jump this big, it was really like 45 to 55 and then a quick jump to 65. The checks were just so much larger compared to this 45 that I didn't even know what was going on. So what was happening was I was not aware. I was not any of these things until really past this point where I was like, you know, it got to a point where my wife and I combined were making, well, let's say that she was making the same amount. So she was also making the 65K. So we were making $130,000 and we had tens of thousands of dollars of debt. And then we're like, whoa, wait a second. Like, what are we doing here? So that's when we drew a line in the sand. That's not what I meant to do. We drew a line in the sand. What's happening here? We drew a line in the sand. I'm going to draw the arrow that I'm trying to draw here. We drew a line in the sand and we said, nah, we got to fix this. We need to fix this. Exclamation point. It was kind of embarrassing. Like, wow, we're making a lot of money here combined and we have all this debt. So then we were able to really get aggressive with it. And then me personally, just to kind of keep this going. And then, you know, I went to, it was like 75. And now we're at 100K plus. Okay. And this whole time, guess what was happening in my graph? Okay. So here's my graph. Here's what I did. Here's my income. Okay. Low income for a while. Oh, big bump. Nice. Smaller bump, nice. Okay, sort of progressive, and then like a larger bump, nice. Okay, here's what my expenses did. They were like this, and then wow, I just like met my income, and then we're like, what are we doing? And it's like I don't know, and then it like, it's like that genuinely. So this gap that we've created here, let's see if I can draw this thing. Oh, that's so bad. What is that? Wait, hold on. Wait. That's so bad. Wait. Give me another chance. Give me another chance. Okay, not good. You know what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to create that little thing. This is how we want in our personal finances. But again, if we go down here, this timeline, um, this was, year 0. And now we're at year 10, guys. Like, it takes a while. There were so many mistakes that happened in here. So many. And I'm glad that this actually happened. I'm glad this happened. Because it really taught me that I need to, like, get over myself. And this is just a lesson for me. I'm not telling you to get over yourself. I needed to get over myself, and that I wasn't special, and that I would much rather just put money towards things that mattered the most, and things like nice dinners just didn't matter the most to me when I really like looked at it. And then, at some point in here, my wife and I, we paid off $43,000 of debt in 13 months. So the reason why the expenses kept going was because we were literally throwing everything at our debt. This is probably more like over here. So I think of debt as an expense as well. So I don't just mean like groceries and gas. It's like we were putting like basically all of our income towards paying off the debt. And then once that was done, like it had just so happened I got an increase in income, and then our expenses just went way down because we stopped paying for all the debt. And then we really looked at everything else in our life. So just really, really cool, really powerful. Again, all of this and more, but wait, there's more. Cash flow kickstart. Okay, it's a 2-day call, group call, and I've done one in this week here. We just did one in this week. I removed them from the calendar to avoid confusion, because I have new people joining in here every day. I don't want them to think that for some reason that they would join. Like if they joined on the 10th or the 11th and they saw a call, well, actually it was Tuesday, Thursdays. Yeah. But if they saw a call and like, oh, and join day 2. So I wanted to avoid any confusion. But anyway, I've been doing them different days, different times. So the first week I did Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Then I did Tuesday, Thursday, 9 p.m. I'm really focusing on the evening time slots for the Americas time zone. So I apologize if you're not in the Americas time zone. Maybe if there's enough interest, I'm gonna say internationally, but you don't feel like you're an international, right? But internationally for me, maybe I do it the weekend one super early in the morning if I get enough interest. I'm a morning person, guys. So my highest energy is like 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. So I would love that. So let me know. But anyway, I'm trying to create different time slots to see kind of what's best for everyone. And at the end of the day, like we're all just trying to find extra dollars. Like a lot of people in here, when they do this, they are able to find $100 to $300 of hidden cash flow just sitting there, just waiting to be grabbed and used towards something more efficient. So these are actually real wins that happened inside the community. Angie paid off $20,000 of debt in a year. Like what? So she sent a screenshot here. So on June 6, 2024, she had $43,000 of debt. And then here, 11 months later, she's $19,000 left. Like what? That's insane, right? Zane went from a negative monthly cash flow to paying off $5,000 of debt in 3 months. So that's crazy. So here's what he said down here. Help me, all these changes helped me create an extra basically $4,000 in my monthly budget. negative in the hole 1750 per month, and now he's 2200 over. And then I paid down over $5,000 of debt after 3 months. And I love this. I'm just getting started. That's so cool. And then Janine, she was in the community for 30 days and she paid off one credit card that was over $1,000. So here we go. Just finished up my first month while using, she gave credit to my tools. Okay, whatever. One credit card paid off, 4 more to go just in the first month. And look at this. Chris kept it so simple by breaking the process into small, achievable tasks and accountability. Like, this isn't like rocket science that I'm sharing in here, like, just to be quite honest with you, but I know it works because I've done it, and then I've seen just dozens of people do it in here, and you just get massive wins. So if this is interesting for you, you gotta join Dollar Discipline University. You've been hearing me yap for 21 minutes now. It's a free community. Absolutely free. Personal finance, saving money, paying off debt, budget better. Just get more confidence, right? Some accountability. Accountability is huge. Accountability is so important. Oh, new comment. So check that out, guys. I'm doing these videos daily. This is, again, I'm making these videos in public daily about my personal finance community. I'm just trying to bring more people into the world. I'm trying to fix this stuff. What's the stat of like whatever. I was going to do the thing again about how many people, it was a third. Yeah, sorry. It was a third of people making over $200,000 a year. Now, again, this is for anyone. Sorry. You guys just saw a sneak peek behind the scene here at my thumbnails. This is for anyone. I'm not saying this is for higher incomes or something like that, but it just shows that like income is important, but it's not the only factor when winning in your personal finances. Okay, so doing these daily, that means I'm going to talk to you tomorrow.